Thank you for joining us for this two-part series, Blurred Universality and Blackness, featuring the distinguished theater director, playwright, and educator, Terrence Spivey. This program is made possible by the generous support of the Art Bridges Cohort Program, the Wadsworth F&M, National Endowment for the Arts, Alabama State Council on Arts, and Mobile County and City of Mobile. So we're very grateful to have their support to be able to extend bring programs like this one. As the former artistic director of Karamu House, the oldest Black theater in the country, and founder of Powerful Long Ladder, he has produced groundbreaking work and mentored countless artists. His accolades include the 2017 Best Director Award from Cleveland Scene, the 2023 Preserving Truth in Education Award from Color of Change, and his recent selection as the 2024 Rose Green Visiting Voices Ambassador for the Dramatists Guild's Foundation. We are thrilled to welcome Mr. Spivey to Mobile Museum of Art, and please join me in giving him a very warm welcome.
And before I start in discussing the whole thing about the art or the timeline, I'd like to show from whence we came, the struggles we came to, and how we were able to be resilient and to be able to do what we're doing now. So let me start in 1619. We're going to start with 1619. And sorry, I'm just about to call.
Mr. Spivey.
Hello?
I'm on my way to the event. I'm running behind. I'm on my way.
On your way where?
To the event.
Wait a minute. Where you're a character?
No, I am not there. I'm getting dressed. I'm on my way. Just listen to me. I'm on the way, okay?
Wait, this is...
Look, I gotta go. I'm running late. Bye.
Purple Rose of Cairo?
Changed his ideology, she went and changed the hat of 50 occasions.
Well, at least she's breaking up with him.
How did know?
Yes, child.
Who ditched me today?
Well, I overheard her on the phone with one of her girlfriends.
Yeah.
She's meeting him today for lunch to give him the act.
Ooh, well, it's about time.
I hear you. But don't you worry about it. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Honey, you won't have to tell me a damn thing because I'm going to be there front row center.
You?
Yes, you made me lunch.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
Exactly what I said. I don't think so. Damn, Janine, get real. How the hell she gonna win both of us?
She ain't weighing both of us. She weighing me.
Says who?
Says me. Says her. Ain't that right, girlfriend? I said, ain't that right?
Hello? Hello?
Did you hear the damn phone ring?
No.
Well, put the damn phone down. And talk to me.
I don't understand.
It ain't that deep, so don't panic. Now, you're having lunch with your boyfriend, right?
Yes. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
To break up with him, right?
Yes. But how did you know that?
'Cause I told him. Down. I said sit your ass down. Now, set her straight and let her know that you're wearing me.
She's the one who needs to be set straight. So tell her you're wearing me.
No, tell her you're wearing me.
Well.
Well. I haven't made up my mind.
What do you mean you ain't made up your mind? After all he done put you through, you gonna need all the attitude you can get, and ain't nothing like attitude and that healthy head of kinks to let him know that what he should do and make his shit shrivel like it should. That's right. When you're wearing me, you let him know that he ain't gonna get no sweet talking come through your love without some resistance. And just like the kink of my hair, your heart should be the same way. And you ain't getting no hot press comb through love from me.
Oh, Janine, that talk is so tired. I mean, the last time attitude worked on anybody was 1968. You need to get over it and get on with it. And you need to give that nigga a goodbye he will never forget. I say give him hysteria, give him emotion, give him rage. And there is nothing like the toss of the tresses to make your emotional outburst shine with emotional flare. Honey, you can toss me back, shake me from side to side, all the while screaming, I want you out of my life forever! And not only will I come bouncing back for more, but you might just win an Academy Award for Best Performance by a hair piece in a dramatic role.
Oh, Miss Honey, please. She don't need to listen to no Barbie doll dipped in chocolate. What she need to listen to is some real hair that's coming from a for real place.
Oh, don't you dare tell nobody you coming from a for real place. Miss Made in Taiwan.
Hey, I ain't ashamed of where I come from. And besides, it don't matter where you come from, as long as you're headed to the right place.
And it don't matter the grade as long as the point gets made. So go and tell her you wearing me.
No, tell her you're wearing me.
You need to set this bitch straight.
Who you calling a bitch?
I'm talking
Boy,
to
if
you.
I had two hands, I would knock you in the neck. She thinks
She thinks
you ain't cute. Just because you
She
got
is
that
pink.
little
I am
up on your
quality.
head,
She
you ain't
is
just
common.
going
I am
to win.
exotic. You are trash and you pick up. You cannot compete with me. Trash. 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 You need to tell her you wearing me. Tell her.
You don't understand. So let me just go back now. Let me just go back from whence we came. Since 1619, arrival of enslaved people in the white line in America, we have been treated the lowest of any human being of a different hue. Notwithstanding, as Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage. But our cultural differences in the way we move, the way we eat, the way we dress, and the way we jive fascinated the richest. But unfortunately, for years, society has been fed some of the lowest aspects of black life through the power of art. We were showing art form even back then. Even when we didn't know what the term was, we didn't even know what the thespian was. We just knew what we needed to do in order to survive and art was part of our medicine. In 1832, Thomas D. Rice, known as the father of minstrelsy, capitalized on black poetry by witnessing a crippled enslaved stable hand in a barn singing and dancing to Jim Crow while working. Thus he created his signature character, Jim Crow. Dressed in blackface, which increased the popularity of the existing form of art. What followed was a mandate of customs and laws that demeaned and segregated blacks, titled Jim Crow laws. Fast forward, 1821, the African Grove Theater was founded by William Henry Brown and James Hewlett, two black ship stewards. Ira Aldridge is the company's most famous actor. The same year, the company staged Shakespeare's Richard III downtown New York. New York City's Park Theater, the leading white theater, was also staging the same production. They felt the competition and had African Grove Theater production shut down. The Black Theater Company suspiciously burned down in 1823. In 1823, the same year, the Drama King Shadoway, considered the first known black play written by a black playwright, was written by William Henry Brown, founder of African Grove Theater. That's The Escape or A Leap for Freedom. That was written in 1858. William Wells Brown wrote the first black play to be published, and there was The Escape or A Leap for Freedom. We go down the timeline here on how we progressed through all the struggles and trying to make a way through art. Florinda, the origin of the cakewalk, 1898, first Broadway musical to feature an all-black cast. And many of the greats came from there. Williams Walker, Bert Williams, George Walker did minstrelsy. They all also worked in that production as well. Another one, who was a great poet, also was well respected, with Paul Laurence Dunbar. And as you know, as they're well dressed, he was a minstrel as well. But the minstrelsy was a whole different look. And he looks debonair right here. In the Homie, 1903, written by Bert Williams and George Walker, was the first all-black musical comedy on Broadway. The lyrics were written by the great poet Paul Laurence Dunbar. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with him, any of y'all, the poet. He wrote We Wear the Mask. He also wrote Sympathy, which is inspired by Maya Angelou's I Know How the Cage Bird Sings. Now, this is the one that really gets me here, American Negro Theater. It was set in Harlem, it's a little library, 1940. Located on 135th Street with the New York Public Library. It was founded by Abram Hill and actor Frederick O'Neill. Determined to build a people's theater, they were inspired by the Federal Theater Project Negro Unit in Harlem by W. Du Bois. 4 fundamental principles of black drama: that it should be by, about, for, and near us. And Harry Belafonte was part of that group. Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, Ozzie Davis, William Marshall, a famous opera singer, actor. Some of y'all may not know him. There was a horror film called Blackula that he was known for. But he was a stage actor before he got into horror. And he was in Bonanza. He was an opera singer in the show Bonanza as well, in one of the episodes. Now, we're going to go back a bit, 4 years earlier. Anna LaCosta, which made the American Negro Theater famous in 1940. 1936, a Polish play, Anna Costa, written by Philip Jordan, was published, and no Broadway producer wanted to do it. Enter American Negro Theater. I get choked up every time I think about this. I think about Karamu House that I used to be at. They call it ANT. That's the acronym. American Negro Theater. They put on the play in 1944 and became a hit on Broadway, running close to 900 performances. All black cast. They turned it around, a different dynamic. It launched careers of Hilda Simmons, Alice Childress, Ruby Dee. Alice Childress wrote A Trouble in Mind. Ruby Dee, I got a chance to work with her in the elder years. That's me there. I had lots. Got a chance to work with her. It's very close. 1949, the all-white cast was the film. And before we go into that, this is Trouble in Mind by Alice Childress. And there was a lot of problem going on with that play because it was done waiting for Lorraine Hansberry's piece, A Raise of the Sun. It was directed by Clarice Taylor, who played the mother in The Cosby Show. Damien Corner. Damien Corner was a 1955 when he came out. It was an amateur production at Howard University, written by the literary giant James Baldwin. His first play, after Go Tell It in the Mountains novel, about a female minister, Sister Margaret, in Harlem, running from her past with her son, David. Luke, her jazz-playing husband, soon finds her. Isabel Sanford. From the Jeffersons. She was also in the production in 1965 premiere on Broadway. That's a production I just recently directed, the Well Vein Playhouse in Akron, Ohio. It celebrated the play's 70th and 60th anniversary because it had all the Shakespearean elements of love, despair, anger, denial, hypocrisy, and betrayal. I was blessed to have directed it. Now, let's go back to the groundbreaking play. It opened on Broadway in 1959. A female playwright was inspired by one of Langston Hughes' poems, A Dream Deferred. That is Langston there. He was also part of Karamu House, where I was the artistic director. He helped to do the architect and everything back in the 40s. And that's parts of Karamu's layout there. In 1959, a monumental play came along that changed the entire landscape for black theater. Black Life in America since the very first was written in 1823. The film version followed in 1961. It's about a working class black family set in Southside Chicago. Lorraine Hansberry was the playwright, the very first black playwright to hit Broadway. Here is a mother without a husband, not giving up on her son Walter Lee, who's raising his own family in the same household, which includes his wife Ruth, son Travis, and Walter's rebellious sister Benita, amid racism and housing discrimination. The two scenes you're about to see through Reader's format is a classic example showing the empowerment of any mother that can have her family despite the absence of a father in the house.
I got something to talk to you about, Walter. Well, that's too bad.
Walter Lee, sit down.
I'm a grown man, Mama.
Ain't nobody said that you wasn't grown, but you're still in my house and in my presence. And as long as you will, you will talk civil to your wife. Now sit down.
Oh, let him go out and drink himself to death. Makes me sick to my stomach.
And you turn mine too, baby. First thing I ever did.
Walter Lee, what is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's the matter with me? Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yes, there is. Something's eating you up like a crazy man. Something has been eating you up like a crazy man. And I've been watching this happen for years. You get all nervous, acting, and wild in the eyes. I said sit. Sit down.
Mama, I ain't got no time for your nagging today.
Seems like you're getting to a place where you're always tied up in some kind of night about something. But if anybody asks you about it, you just yell and bust out the house and go drinking somewheres. Walter Lee, people can't live with that. Ruth's a good girl, a patient girl. But you're getting to be too much. Boy, don't drive that woman away from you.
Why? What she done for me?
She loves you.
Mama, I'm going out. I want to go somewhere and just be by myself for a while.
I'm sorry about the liquor store, son. That just wasn't a good thing for us. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I gotta go out, Mama.
It's dangerous, son.
It's dangerous. What's dangerous?
When a man leaves his home to find peace.
Then why can't no man ever find peace in his own home then?
You done found it at someone else's house?
No, there ain't no other woman. Why women always think it's another woman somewhere when a man gets restless? Huh? Do you know what this money mean to me? Do you know what this money could do for us? Mama, it's just so many things that I want. I want so many things.
Yes, son.
I want so many things that they just drive me crazy. Look at me, Mama.
I'm looking at you. You're a good-looking boy. You have a job, a fine wife, a nice son.
A job? That ain't no job. I drive a man around his limousine all day saying, yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, sir. Can I take this drive, sir? Mama, that ain't no job. That ain't nothing at all. Mama, I just don't know if I can make you understand.
Understand what, baby?
Sometimes it's like I can see the future stretched out. Right there in front of me, plain as day. The future, Mama. Hanging over there on the edge of his days. Just waiting for a big, looming, blank space full of nothing. Just waiting for me. Mama, sometimes I'm downtown and I pass them cool, quiet-looking restaurants where them white boys just laughing and talking up $1 million deals. Sometimes I see guys not much older than me.
Son, how come you always talking about money?
Because it's life, Mama.
Oh, so money is life? Once upon a time, freedom used to be life. Now it's money?
No, it's always money. We just didn't know about it.
No, something has changed. You something new, boy. In my time, we used to worry about not being lynched and getting to the north if we could, and how to stay alive and still have a pinch of dignity too. Now here come you and Benita. talking about things I never even thought of. Harley, me and your daddy. You ain't satisfied or proud of nothing we've done. I mean, you had a home. We kept you out of trouble until you was grown. You didn't have to ride to work on the back of nobody's streetcar. You are my children. But how different have we become?
You just don't understand, Mama. You just don't understand.
Son, do you know your wife is expecting another baby? That's what she wanted to talk to you about. This ain't for me to be telling, but you ought to know. I think Ruth is thinking about getting rid of that child.
Nah. Ruth wouldn't do that.
When the world gets ugly, a woman would do anything for her family, especially the parts that's living.
Nah. You don't know Ruth. You don't know Ruth. If you think she'll do something like that,
Yes, I would too, Walter. I already paid my $5 down payment.
Well, Walter, I'm waiting to hear from you. I'm waiting to hear you to be your father's son, to be the man he was. I'm waiting to hear you. Your wife just said that she's going to destroy your child. And I'm waiting to hear you talk like him and say that we're a family that gives children's life and not destroy them. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to stand up and look like your daddy and say that we done lost one baby to poverty and we ain't losing there another one. I'm waiting.
Ruth.
If you be a son of mine, tell her. You are a disgrace to your father's memory. Somebody give me my hat.
Our second scene you're about to see is when Walter Lee is deciding whether he's going to accept some money from the man or move into the white neighborhood.
He's here.
I can really tell you so much life, how simple life would be if you just get along. Well, with whom do I do the business? Who do I negotiate with? You, Mrs. Younger, or your son here? Just a couple of papers, Fanny.
Travis, you go on downstairs.
No, Travis, you stay right here. And you make him understand what you're doing, Walter Lee. You teach him good, like Willie Harris taught you. You show them where our 5 generations then come from. Go ahead, son. Go ahead.
Mr. Linden, we call you because, well, me and my family, we are very plain people.
Yes.
I mean, I worked as a chauffeur all my life. My wife does domestic work in people's kitchen. So does my mother. I mean, we're very plain people.
Yes, Mr. Younger.
Well, my father was a laborer all his life.
Yes, I understand.
And my father almost beat a man to death because a man called him a bad name or something. You know what I mean?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Yeah, well, what I mean, we come from people who had a lot of pride. I mean, we're very proud people. And this is my sister over here. She's going to be adopted. And we are very proud.
Yeah, that's very good. And I'm sure very nice, but we just have to go ahead. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we call you over here to tell you we are very proud of this. Travis, come here. This is my son. He makes 6th generation of our family in this country. And we all have thought about your offer.
Well, good. So, yeah.
We decided to move into our house because my father earned it from brick by brick. We don't want to make no trouble. Nobody to fight no politics. We just want to we will be good neighbors. And what you got to say about that? We don't want your money.
I take it then that you have decided to occupy?
Well, that's what the man said.
Well, then I would like to appeal with you, Mrs. Younger. You seem much older, wiser, and understand things a little bit more better. Yeah.
I'm afraid you don't understand. My son said we're moving into our house. Now you know how these young folks be nowadays, mister. You can't do nothing with them. Goodbye.
Well, if you're fine about it, guess there's nothing more for us to say. Yeah, I guess I sure hope you people understand what you're getting into. Okay?
Well, for God's sake, if the movie men are here, let's get the hell up out of here.
Welcome to the Unfiltered Down Home Cooking Show, where we explore the mystery and the magic of colored cuisine. Now, today we're gonna be cooking us up some. Oh, I ain't gonna tell you. You'll just have to wait and see, child, what we do. Now, on the Unethical Show, we love to have us some fun and laugh. Now, y'all ready? I said, y'all ready?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here we go. First, you add a dash of style and a dash of flash. You're stirring some preoccupation from the texture of your hair. Throw in all kinds of rhythms. Mixed with salty language and with pizzazz. Then you throw in a box of rage and let it congeal and turn to jazz. Now you're cooking. You're cooking with unethical. Now you add a heap of survival, humility, just a touch. Then you add some attitude. Oops, I put in too much. Add a whole lot of humor. Mixed with salty language, men with sadness. Then you throw in a box of blues and let it simmer down to madness. Now you're cooking. You're cooking with unethical. Pay attention, this is important. You know you're gonna beat it. Really work it. Discard and disown. In a few hundred years, when it's aged and fully grown, you're gonna stick it in the oven until it's black and got a sheen. Or even turn yellow, honey, any shade in between. Now you take it out and cool it. It's no fun when it's hot. You'll be surprised at the concoction that you got. Oh, you bake your yourself a batch of Negroes. Hey, baby! And you, yeah, you pick yourself a batch of Negroes. Now listen, don't ask me what to do with them that you got them. Cause child, now they your problem. Tune in next week and cook with Aunt Ethel, where we'll be serving some of my favorite dishes. Chitlin quiche and grits on the glass. And sweet potato pie. Oh baby, and you. Yeah! You cook it with Aunt Ethel. Oh, yeah!
Let's go to the Blur Universality and Blackness. I'd like the cast to come out and bow. Thank you. Caitlin, John, thank you all. Thank you very much for John. He's very humble. Thank you very much for allowing us to do this.